space outside him, and Johnston loses it with some ease to Graham Sharp. Sinnott and Heath, and Sinnott does enough. There's no doubt who the most bemused man will be at 20-5. T. Coton Esquire, getting 5 goals in on his debut, none of which could be blamed on him. Here's Peter Reid. Stephen doing a touch of Watford and changing wings, and Bardsley saw that one coming, but oh dear, it's another bad ball. Here's Bracewell. Stephen, Sharp, Stephen, Bracewell. It was Gary Stevens who was up. Into the last 7 minutes we go. Watford 3, Everton 5. Great entertainment. Once again, Watford look as though they're going to be thwarted. Here's Riley. Johnston. Straight at Mansfield. And a clear shot then. Might have found Southall asking a few questions. Sinnott again. Terry. Curran trying to close him down and stop the forward move, but doesn't succeed. But Riley and Johnston weren't ever going to reach that. As the gamesmanship seems to enter. Heath is past Sinnott. Houghton is going to have to come. And Heath puts it wide. And a nap hand was there for the taking. One remembers that Everton put 5 past Luton a couple of seasons ago at Kenilworth Road. And I suppose the slight consolation for Watford fans is that they've got 3 of 3 back, which was 2 more than their opponents got, than their rivals Luton got. So Everton have scored goals away from home before in the First Division. Here's Rostrud. Jacket. Mansfield fouls Riley, says the referee. And this is very much in the danger area. Inside the last 5 minutes. 4 men in the wall. 5 Watford players ready to run. Or will Callaghan try and curl one? He will. Riley goes up. Southall punches well. Jacket. And Terry past the post. Barnes going on, and still going on, and did he go down? Nothing given by the referee. And the Watford crowd think that Barnes was brought down. They're claiming a penalty for that challenge on Barnes. Mr. James not interested. Now a long ball, Riley to chase and win. Johnston. Callaghan outside him. Barnes is arriving far post. That's the cross. And Barnes' header beats Neville Southall's dive. And with just 3 minutes left, that is the 9th goal of the match. That is the First Division for the second week running going to have a 10-goal game. Well, Watford's last one was Barnes cross for Callaghan. This time the favour is returned. And whilst there may be inquest into Watford's defending in this match, I should have thought Graham Taylor would be well pleased. But the chances that have been created, 4 of them have gone into the back of the net. Does look quite sharp in that connection. But Watford have, on my watch, about 90 seconds. That's quite a bit of stoppage time, probably a minute or so. Pick up another point and to avoid their second home defeat of the season. Terry. Here's Riley. It's a long ball for Southall to come for. And does. Sinnott. Stephen. And Taylor for Watford, but again nobody there. Into the last minute we go. And not, in my view, that much stoppage time. Had the one injury to Peter Reid for the challenge by Callaghan, for which he was booked. And that's the only major stoppage that springs to mind. So everybody goes forward, Watford with nothing to lose. Sinnott's long throw. Stephen will give him a second chance. This really is a quite amazing throw. It turns throws at this sort of angle into almost corners. Just look at that. Southall came and punched. Can Taylor do something about it? Sinnott. He's the man who'll have to cross it. Now he'll leave it to Callaghan. And the cross was low. And there were far too many players there. And now Adrian Heath's off on a run as we move into stoppage time. Aaron is forward, and Coton did well. Good piece of goalkeeping. Just imagine how his morale is at the moment. I can tell you that there is no one in this ground leaving. Could still be time for more drama. Riley! And he had the chance. And he's won himself a corner. A minute of stoppage time played. Taylor. Terry! And another corner. And they're certainly keeping this 18,000 crowd on the edge of their seats. But you can rest assured of one thing, they'll go on trying to the final whistle. Taylor again. Can Barnes do something? Southall catches well under pressure from Johnston. And he'll just want it to go to the other end. Here's Curran. 2 minutes of injury time played. Heath. They're surely not going to make it 6 in the last minute, are they? Curran. The Watford throw. Here's Rosborough. Barnes. Two and a half minutes overtime by my watch. Here's Reid. And the corner results. Steve Terry concedes. Adrian Heath just watching it. Curran is probably the player that will take, I think. Jacket waiting to cut out the short one, but Mr. James has been called over by his linesman. He's flagging furiously, I don't know what for, but Jim Masters wants words, and the book is coming out. Whether somebody said something that the referee took exception to, I don't know. It's Curran he wants. Curran is the player that the referee took exception to, and Curran is off. Terry Curran is sent off. Well, he's arguing with the linesman, and I can only assume that he said something which Mr. James has taken as foul and abusive language, because Everton substitute Terry Curran has been sent off. The second opposing player to get his marching orders at Vicarage Road inside a week. And one can only assume that it was for what the laws call foul and abusive language, because you can't be sent off for dissent unless you've previously been booked. The final whistle goes. George Riley, show of frustration as much as anything, kicks the ball to the crowd, but just listen to the crowd's response to a 9-goal thriller. It's had everything. It's had a player send off in the dying seconds. Watford's second home defeat. They really gave Everton the game, because up front they scored 4 good goals and looked quite sharp. And the final score on another remarkable Vicarage Road afternoon is Watford 4, Everton 5.